Hey guys, this is Shiny Zekrom and welcome back to another dungeon video. In this part, real quick, we're just going to go over what South Outpost Island has, because you guys didn't really get to see much of it, because I wanted to show that you need to go the other way to complete the dungeon. However, South Outpost Island is actually very conveniently nice to you, because there is a Chimecho assembly here you can utilize, as well as a Kangaskhan rock for Kangaskhan storage. So definitely take use of those if you want to use them. Now, the real part of the video, Southern Sea. And it appears we're lagging a little bit. Really sorry about that. I don't know why I was lagging so hard there. So, as you can see, there are a couple Pokemon we can recruit around here. Here are the ones, these are throughout the dungeon except for, well, I'll just say, at least for this part, here are the recruitables. You can recruit Staryu, Goldeen, Finneon, Corsola, Lovedisk, Carvanha, and Tentacool. Those will all appear at the part we are at right now. Now, Corsola actually deserves a little bit of a special recognition from me. The reason being is Corsola is another Pokemon you can use for refresh. It gets all of the it can get refresh. Now, something I actually used to use a Corsola for is as a weather slave, believe it or not. What's the reason behind that? Well, Corsola can learn every single one of the weather moves. Hail, I also forgot to mention Corphish is in here as well, so excuse me. But, Corsola can learn Sunny Day, it can learn Rain Dance, it can learn Hail, and it can learn Sandstorm. So you could use it for whatever weather you really need. So, Corsola would actually be a very, very good refresher for you. So yeah. Something well, there will be something later. A few things to mention later on, so I'll make sure to talk about that. But for here, the weather is going to tend to be rainy. Yeah, that's a really funny coincidence, rain underwater, right? As if that joke probably hasn't been told a million times. But with this dungeon, there is actually some good stuff with missions. This is the first dungeon in which you can get A-rank missions, actually. I'm not sure if you can get them via Gritty Hollow, but it might be something worth to complete this place if you want to finally start getting A-rank missions. Now, A-rank missions are actually worth 90. I said that correctly. They're worth 90 points. So very close to 100. And I think with later floor missions, you can actually reach S-rank missions here, which those, A ranks give 70 while S ranks give 90. Excuse me. You still get my point. Now, I do actually want to try and get myself a Carvanha. I don't know why, I just really feel the temptation to. So we'll just kill whatever Carvanhas we happen to see, and if we get one, we get one. If not, you know the usual. I'll go back and that was actually easy. And funny enough, Carvanha is actually a speed boost Pokemon. And besides Yanma, this is, I think, the earliest you can really get a speed boosting Pokemon. But alas, this dungeon is actually a very nice training dungeon for around like your 30s and 40s if you're a type that can really benefit from these types. So like grass and electric. But just be aware of Goldeen having Lightning Rod. That will suction up your electric type moves. So those may hinder you just a little bit. But other than that, first part, it's not really difficult. But the Azumaros are going to be worth the EXP. So if you don't really want the EXP from these floors, really just go ahead and whimsy on through here, or if you want to get Corsola Refresh, I would really recommend doing that. Another thing to mention is I'll just mention it now. In later, oh, I forgot to equip my stamina band and beginner's band. But later on, you can actually find TM Rust here. Yep, another place to find TM Rust. So be on the lookout for those. Of course, they're the pink colored TM, and that's the only pink colored TM in this place, actually. So if you want to, oh boy, this isn't good. But yeah, if you wanted to hunt TM Rust here, we'll get in some training. This place might actually be of good value to you. As you can see, Laron's been getting quite a few percent, and we're only on the 8th floor. So yeah, that's just a recommendation from me, is whenever you see an opportunity to kill a Azumarill, go after it. Now, there's a reason I'm using Teddy Ursa, and it's I want to get honeys for... Ooh, that's actually a tempting monster house. And it's sunny weather. Yes, this doesn't make even more sense to me of how sunny weather can happen under the sea. I can get the sunlight can reflect down into the water, but other than that, that doesn't really make sense. Also, I forgot to mention, Corsola actually give around like 300 experience itself, so that might be another good Pokemon to end up trying to use. Now, we got Pecha Berry. I don't really need that, though. So we'll get rid of this Azumarill to get 488 experience, almost 500. Which really isn't bad for still how kind of early we are in the game, really. But, yeah. Also be careful because of the rain in here. There are some Pokemon like Finneon you just saw there that do have the Swift Swim ability. So they will attack fast if you aren't prepared. And we're going to get rid of this Azumarill and get some nice EXP. And Laron's already halfway to a level. Doing really good. And there's another Azumarill here. Now, let's see. Clear Sky Orb, so we can do that to clear the skies of weather. And a real original pun right there, huh? I keep missing my moves. Jeez. Now, another Azumarill and a Corsola down there. Wow. Yeah, we'll Rock Slide these guys, just because I like the Corsola EXP. And I really want to try and get Laron to 42 in this video if possible. Knock you out. Walk another step. And let's see what we picked up last time. Well, we picked up a Leppa, so that'll be good for our Laron. We'll go on to another floor, and we find another item. And it's a Slumber Orb. So let's put this Finneon to sleep for fun, right? And there it is, sleeping. And I'm gonna headbutt you. Alright, now if I'm correct, it is next floor when we should see a scenery change. Wow. I was actually getting wrecked there for a moment. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next floor. Nope, one more floor, I guess. And we found an escape. Oh, I knew I forgot to bring something. Forgot to bring my cleanse and recycle orbs. I felt like I was forgetting to buy something from the Kecleon shops earlier. And that's what it was, cleanse and recycle. Are you one of you two either one? Nope. But, really quick, once we get to the scenery change, I'll start explaining some things there, but, because we're actually getting close to the 10-minute mark of which I can record videos for. So we'll quick check this item. Corsola twigs. Really quick to explain these. These sell for 25 poke per twig. So think 25 times the 7 we just got. That's 175 poke right there. Anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, now that we are in the second part, we see we have Sharpedo here, so some Pokemon you see in the first part are going to start to evolve. And this is also where you can find Reviver Seeds and balls, and I'm kind of mad about that. You can also find pearls in walls, big pearls in walls, and there is also one more Pokemon we can recruit here. This would be Quillfish. If you really want to train a Quillfish, that is completely up to you. I'm not gonna, call you out for it, because I mean, you train what you like, right? Ooh, hello. And then you can see Luminion is here as well. So we're just trying to clear up this stairs part a little bit so we can get through to it. And there we are. Oh. But on this floor, there's one more thing I'd like to... Uh-oh. I forgot to bring my refresher, so I'll have to rely on rest a little bit, I guess. But starting on these floors, you can actually find secret rooms. Yep. Secret rooms are XC, wouldn't you know. But secret room items include the following. Big Pearl, which sells for 2,750 poke, which pearls sell for 750, by the way. You can find that. You can find torrent bands, which are the same as feather bands except for water type moves. Oh, and here's a Quillfish. Now that's the thing to be careful of, is those things will put up Destiny Bond, and they will not be afraid to kill you with it. So be careful when you're fighting those things. Now, really quick, we are going to eat that grimy food and drink this ether, I suppose, and get this one. Quick rest up. And yeah, but anyways, let me go over these again. We got Big Pearl, sells for 2,750 poke. Torrent Band, which is the same thing as like a feather band, but it's for water type moves. So it allows you to live water type moves forever for 1 HP unless they hit you with a different type move. There's Revival Herbs, which you guys know what those do. Fully heal your HP and your PP. And Big Apples. Not the best. Now, here is another mechanic this place actually has. Welcome to the large rooms. These are here for a specific reason. You want to know what that reason is? There it is! This is... I can't believe we just found that quickly. Feebas. Only on 20F and one other floor are these Feebas actually out here. We are going to see if we can recruit it. I don't have a Soothe Bell or anything, but we are going to try with our handy dandy starter. I cannot believe I found that by just randomly honeying right there. Come on. Ah, we didn't get it. But yep, 20F is where you can actually find Feebas. I can't believe we found that quickly, and my heart's kind of racing still, but I had a feeling we weren't going to recruit it. I need to click if I find another one, which... Oh, trust me, we're going to be using some honeys, and we are going to go after it. Because I kind of want it, and if I can get it... There's another one! I swear. Okay, I'm going to kill it with Laron this time. Alright, let's click its rate. 19.2. So we have... Okay, stop. So we have a nearly 20% of getting it. And we didn't get it again, wow. Just unlucky, I guess. But, like I said, we will be going after it, so... yeah, just gonna casually use some more honeys, don't mind me. So yeah, sorry if we're stuck on this floor a little bit. But yeah, Feebas are, I don't know, special to me. Because I'll explain a little bit of a story behind it. Now, I didn't really much know of what Feebas really was until I actually played this game and learned about them. Because back then, they had a ridiculously hard spawn rate in which you had to use honeys to see them. It was almost impossible to regularly see them via the floor. Now, I had a friend of mine give me some honeys to actually try and attempt to find it. And I found it after 3 honeys used on this floor. Little did you know, I actually recruited it on that try. I was unbelievably lost at words, if that wasn't obvious. And it looks like we unfortunately didn't find another Feebas, but we did get some good training in on our Laron, right? But yeah. However, I'll mention it right now. This is not the only floor Feebas can spawn on. And this was changed, I think, a little bit over a year ago. But yeah, you can. I don't believe you can find SRs there, but yeah. But continuing here, yet again, we can start to find them. So, but yeah, that's my little story on Feebas. Is the first time I ever went searching for it, I found it after 3 honeys and recruited it on that first try. Now, trust me, it wasn't that easy to recruit back then either. But everyone was like, oh my god, there's Feebas! You got it? And everyone just flipped out. But, unfortunately, at the point we're at right now, you cannot find its evolution item. And I knew we were going to have to revive, because I saw that core fish and I was like, we're probably dead. But regardless, that's my little story, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But we are going to continue on, and hopefully get some more honeys and maybe try and search for it once more. And Feebas will only spawn in those big rooms. So obviously if I mentioned it, there's 2 chances to find it, so of course that's not our last, and I want to try and get some honeys to maybe find it again. I can't believe I actually found 2 of them. That's so odd, because my luck is normally not that great, to be completely honest. But it is what it is. Now, actually, that Luminosaur that we just picked up is actually going to be of really great help in terms of trying to actually recruit it, because on the next big floor we will probably end up using that Luminosaur and hopefully be able to see it a lot easier. Now, Laron's actually close to level 41, and next floor we have another thing I'd like to go over, and here we are. No, I don't want another Carvana. Come on. There we go. Now, I do believe they can start appearing on these floors, but I'll mention that after this floor. And good, we got another honey. Another item that I don't know of. But we have to look for something this floor, because it happens during this floor and one other floor only, actually. It's not another exclusive Pokemon before you think it is. And this is the first video where you're gonna see things asking to be recruited can get really kind of annoying at the same time. Come on, where is it? And there's our first level up, level 41 Laron. Ooh, not having refresh is gonna hinder this a little bit. Hopefully I can fit in what I'm hoping to talk about. If I can find it. Here it is. The Silk Chamber of this dungeon. And of course, since it's a water type dungeon, it's going to have the blue silk for your water type, which I believe raises special attack and attack. And the other items you can get in the box include revival herbs, revives, lumberries, huge apples, you know, the same common stuff. Now, I also wanted to explain another thing, and I'll explain it once I get back. Alright, and we are back. Sorry, the video was going to cut soon, so I figured I'd do it right then and there. However, what I wanted to talk about was this. I believe starting on these floors you can find shoal shells and shoal salts. Why do these matter? Well, I mentioned in a video that there was a house on Seaside Cavern that kind of mattered later on, but we couldn't really talk about what it was really important about. What it was important about are these shoal shells and shoal salts. Why are they so important? It's due to the fact that if you can collect 5 shoal shells and 5 shoal salts, you can trade them in for a shell bell in that house. Now, it's exclusive depending on your glomp. So yep, you can't find both of them, of course. It's kind of like a little bit how you could find shoal shells during one time and shoal shells during another time, or the tides rather. But here's how it goes. If you have the Minun Glomp, you will get shoal shells. If you are a Plusle Glomp, like I am on this character and on Zappe, you will find shoal salts. Now these, of course, just like all the other stuff that's Glomp exclusive, you can go along with other people and find them. So don't worry, you can get your shell bells and whatnot. It's just it's going to take you a little bit more effort because you got to find the people that are willing to go along with you in this place to actually find those. Now, I haven't said it this whole video, and I probably should right about now, is this dungeon is 38 floors long. It actually only used to be 28 floors long, except when the revamp of this place happened, it turned into 38 floors. So, I'm confused here, which isn't good, and I died, unfortunately. I need to rest right now, because I almost just died again, because of the confusion by, I think it was Water Pulse or something. But, let's keep continuing on. But yeah, I'm trying to, like, train as well, because, like I said, I really want to get to Agron sometime soon. We probably will actually be using Laron in the next dungeon video that we're gonna do. So, I'm not too disappointed if he doesn't reach it this run. I already know he probably isn't going to, but, you know, what happens, happens. Anyways, let's continue on. So we got, I think, 2 honeys so far? Nope, only 1, sadly. And that's probably why I can't find any honeys and whatnot, because I don't keep an open slot right now. So let's get rid of these grimy foods, I guess. They're not going to be of use to us. And this is the deep part. Now, once we get to the deep part, we can actually find 2 more recruits. On these floors, you can find Chinchou and Clamperl. Now, I was thinking about maybe getting a Huntail after getting a Clam. Oops. I did not mean to hit that. But, here it is. 30F is the second place you can find Feebas. So if you thought you weren't going to be able to find Feebas, or you're wondering when the next time we were going to be able to find it was, this is the place. So we are going to spam the 1 honey that we have found. And as you can see, Melodic are in this floor, and they are tough. They are tanky as they usually are. However, 666, it's the devil. But yeah, they're worth the most EXP out of anything in any dungeon. 666 EXP. This deep part is one of the best spots to train your grass and electric types. So long as you really don't run into any seeking, you should be fine with using your electric type moves. But I'm trying to see if I can maybe find another Feebas. It'd be nice, but if we don't, I won't be the most disappointed person. And I really wasn't trying to try hard it. It was really just kind of like a spur of the moment. As soon as I saw him, like, I kind of want to really get it. And I was really stoked that we actually found a couple on while recording. But of course, you know, sometimes your luck is good, sometimes it isn't. And my luck just wasn't good enough that time. I thought Milotic would be like a really cool water type that we could have. Ooh, come on. And just be careful of Milotic, because they have cute charms, so you might get infatuated if you're the opposite gender. And I forgot I said I was going to use that. So we'll just do a quick storm around, I guess, and see if we happen to see Feebas. If we don't, and we don't. So not the most unfortunate thing, but you know. Maybe I'll come back to it, you never know. Okay, so continuing on. This is where the EXP kind of gets really, really good. So this is the spot you really don't want to skip with your training, and ooh boy, delicious. EXP all around. I'm using a lot of ethers, but I actually do want to try and get some nice EXP here. And we got sunny weather again. Oh boy. We got a small floor, and I think secret rooms still can be found up this way, so we're actually gonna... Ooh, that's not good. We're going to... Oh, look, a claim pearl! Aw. You know what, I feel bad. I'm gonna actually try and recruit it. If it walked into my metal claw, that would have been funny. Aw, we didn't get it. Hey. No need to get down. We're almost to the end, right? And the spawn rate for this dungeon is also not that bad either. So if you can wait around, you can definitely get some honeys going and whatnot, and yeah. So like I said, I think secret rooms are still around this part, but yeah. Let's keep walking around. It's just I saw it was a one-room floor, so I was like, you know, I'm actually kind of interested in seeing if this place has one. In SR, of course, but it doesn't look like it. So let's move on. Ooh, oh, and we found a chinchou. That would be neat if we actually recruited that. So we're obviously not having the best of luck right now, are we? Oh wow, and all my moves actually ran out of PP. Now they gotta go to the next floor. I would have stayed, but I knew I would not have lived if I didn't move on. Oh, now this is actually kind of a fun thing to use. One room orbs. Ready? Now just the whole floor is one big room. You gotta run around. However, as you saw, there is one thing. A second silver key chamber in this dungeon. Yes, you can find more than one silver key chamber in this dungeon. This is the first of, I think it's only 3 dungeons that you can actually find 2 or more of the silk boxes in. Or silk chambers in. So if you're hunting the blue silk, bring 2 silver keys along with you in this dungeon and you will find results. In fact, you could probably, if you get lucky enough, you could find it in one run. Just like all the other silks, of course, but this one, you have a really, really good chance of getting it the first try, since you can get 2 chambers. It does have the same exact items as the first one, so if you think this one was going to have a little bit different stuff in terms of it, no. However, once we get to the next floor, we are going to quickly come right back. Alright, and we're back. And we're almost done. We're on to 36F now, which we will go like that. Teddy found us an item. Another escape orb, Pashu Berry at one point. So we're actually gonna... Ooh. That wasn't good. Zavatar died, but we did get another honey for our efforts. And we are on the last floor, so let's try... Oh boy, I'm probably dead. Let's be honest there. So we are going to rest his Torterra. Quick wake up. And wake up as Laron. And we are going to try and find ourselves to the last thing. Oh! Wow, we actually got Chinchou. I was not expecting it there, but I kind of just killed. Oh, well, we used one more revival orb. Oops. Anyways, I did not expect the Chinchou there, and we actually killed and got it. Wow. I mean, I'm not going to use it. I was kind of just wanting to recruit at least one of these, like Chinchou or Clamperl and stuff like that, just for fun. But in the end, we got Chinchou, and I saw it for a split second. It was like, oh, I killed it. Oh, wait, it joined me. Whoa. But and it looks like we have reached the bosses. There's two of them, Huntail and Gorbis. Poor child. Poor innocent child. All lost down in this big, nasty abyss. Do not worry, sweet little thing. We can help you get out, one way or another. So, in other words, they want to fight you. Now, about these guys, they either drop one of two things. They can either drop their evolution item correspondingly, meaning Huntail can drop Deep Sea Scale or Deep Sea Tooth, and Gorbis can drop Deep Sea Scale. Or, as you saw there, they both dropped one Tiny Mushroom. So, that's really just about everything Southern Sea really has to it. Because we went over that there's two Silk Rooms at 25 and 35F. We went over the fact that Shoal Shells and Shoal Salts are exclusive depending on your glomp, and I'll go over it again. Shoal Shell is for Minun, Shoal Salt is plus, so you can, of course, go into the dungeon with the person that sees the opposite and get them. We went over the recruits, secret room items. There are no eggs throughout this dungeon, so no, I didn't just get unlucky or anything. We just didn't find any. But, I think that's just about it. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I am probably not going to go back and hunt Feebas. I am not going to keep this Chinchou. I just wanted to try and get one of those things for fun. Yeah, I'm not going to go back for Chinchou. Probably not going to go back for Clamperl. I'm not going to go back for Feebas. I'm not going to go back for secret rooms or anything like that. And we got the Carvanha that we wanted, so I call that a pretty successful run, because Laron's actually only 39% away from becoming Aggron. So, what I'm trying to get to. In the next part, we are going to cover two dungeons, actually, because one is right after the other. We are going to be covering the two dungeons called Crystal Ruins and Crystal Castle. And I'll mention right now, one of those two actually has a fossil to it. So, thank you guys for watching, and in the next part, we are going to cover Crystal Ruins and Crystal Castle. See you guys then. And I kinda actually lied. There is something more with SS. Once you complete SS, which, don't open those menus, me. But, let's go to our profile and look down at Southern Sea. And then we see it's completed. Now, once you complete it, if you take your Pokemon with Surf down to this pier, of course, right here it'll check to make sure you've beaten SS. If you haven't, it'll reject you. If you have, you can actually use Surf and skip going through Mineral Cavern and going through that surf room and having to surf in that other spot. You could surf right at the Mineral Cavern entrance and take a shortcut to South Outpost Island. Now, I'll mention it now. I am actually going with a friend in the Southern Sea because they want to recruit something, and I'm going to do a little bit of training for Laron so I can evolve it alongside Carvanha in the last part of this video. So I'll see you guys when Laron and Carvanha are both in my party and I'm at the evolution place. Or one other special thing happens. See you guys then. Hey guys, I'm back, and I had a couple more honeys, so I tried for another Feebas. I used honey on 20F, didn't find one. 30F without any honey, I actually found one. And my Laron grew to 42 that round. So I had a 19.4% chance it probably would have been, since a level normally gives you like 0.1%. But yeah, I had a 19.4% chance, I'm thinking, and I just couldn't get the luck to work. But regardless, we are back with Aggron. So we now have Aggron, and we have our 4 main team members fully evolved now, which is really nice because it's actually part 25. Now, we also have one more evolution, Carvana to Sharpedo. So, with that, we have a couple more members evolved, and we've went through the entirety of SS. And I'll just say right now, this is going to be an over half an hour video long. It's probably going to be about 36.5 minutes, but regardless, I'd like to thank you guys for anyone that watches the entirety of this part. And in the next part, we're going to head into Crystal Ruins and Crystal Castle. So see you guys then.